Welcome to another ClearPoint Unlock Podcast. I'm Craig, GM of Professional Services, and with me is Caterina, one of our delivery managers, who has a special interest in generative AI. So welcome, Caterina.
Thanks, Craig. Glad to be here. The way I see generative AI playing out for project management and delivery management is the ability to assist with resource management and the insights that it can provide in terms of how many resources you need for a particular project, where those resources should be placed to maximise value, and also predict at any given moment throughout the project when each resource can be changed or modified or released, or we need new resources coming on.
And that'll be a great way of moving your project along through productivity, efficiency, understanding all of those, cost gains, all of those kind of parts, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And so one of the great things about generative AI is that it can you can use it for predictive analysis. So it can actually model impacts of certain things going wrong with the project, whether it's you're going over time or lack of resources or budget overruns, all of those things that can predict at any and model every scenario that could possibly go wrong, so that you can actually mitigate any impacts from it.
Cool. And where do you see the key reporting aspects in this? Obviously, generative AI is really good at reading scenarios. You can use your individual prompts. You use natural language prompting as well, right?
Absolutely, yep. So when it comes to reporting, it's a game changer. Basically, you just plug in all the details, and what you get generative AI to do for you is actually read all that data, analyse it, and give you some actionable insights and things that you can do to correct or, mitigate any impacts.
So people like me that might be a stakeholder in some of these side of things, we'll be able to get information straight from generative AI-produced reports in plain common language that we can really see what's going on.
Oh, absolutely, because most of our stakeholders, they probably aren't technical people or from an engineering background, so the more you can put it in natural language for them and actually remove all the jargon, the better. So yes, absolutely.
I would find that very helpful.
Yeah.
Very, very helpful. Yeah. In terms of business analysis, there's a lot of opportunity there, right? From my research and understanding and some of the work that we're starting to do already at ClearPoint is looking into the way that we can use the analytical side of generative AI to bring out trends, bring out themes, to look at customer experience side of things. What have you seen in that space?
What I've seen is generative AI going out and actually doing market research, basically seeing where your business is against the market, and giving you some analysis on that and what to do. But with technical business analysis, this is a really good tool to use to actually help with your plan for any project. So you could just have it basically write out all the requirements. So a BA who's time poor, like we all are, won't even need to write all the requirements. It can just put in the project plan, and generative AI can just spit out a whole list of requirements for whatever it is that you're actually contemplating doing. Of course, with everything, with all the output from Gen AI, you really need to check it to make sure that the homework is correct. But what used to take you a whole day might only take you a couple of hours.
Yeah, definitely a place for the human still along that side of it, right? To make sure that you're getting the right balance and the right information.
Correct.
Because generative AI can spit out some very direct truths at times.
Can hallucinate, yeah, absolutely.
Those kind of side of things.
Yeah. And so that's, I guess, in a way, we have to be able to teach everyone how to prompt. Right. So that's the best way to ensure that you're going to get the most accurate response from the bot that you could possibly get. Still, you have to check. But if everyone learned how to prompt, I think we would get better responses, better output.
Yeah, prompt and prompt well.
Prompt well, exactly.
Yeah, awesome. One thing that I've started to look into in my own day-to-day is the ability to use it for summations of items. So just recently I recorded a Teams meeting that went on for nearly 2 hours, and I was able to plug in the transcript from that and it spat back the theories, the highlights, the key pieces, as well as all the actions around that. So, it's an amazing communications tool, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and I've seen that work. When you're in a meeting with a client, the last thing you want to do is be writing notes, looking down, writing notes. You want to be able to give them your focus and your full attention. And you can't do that if you're actually writing what they said about 5 minutes ago. And having a tool that can actually just, bam, record it all, get you the transcript, and then summarise it afterwards for you is genius. So absolutely. The clients will appreciate it. You'll appreciate it because you get some time back. But yeah, giving a client your absolute focus just helps with the relationships, really.
It allows you to be present too, right? Yeah. So often, when you're facilitating things like that, you're not as present as you probably should be.
Yeah.
So it's a really good way to go into it.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Okay, Craig, so what's been on your mind?
What's on my mind, I guess from a ClearPoint point of view and looking at the two different teams we've got in the professional services space, it's really about bringing these toolkits and understanding what toolkits it actually is that we need for our teams and our individuals to upskill themselves around, as we said before, the prompting and using the right terminology to get the prompts so we can get the right information back. And that's really going to lift the offering that we've got to our clients and lift the client experience even more so. So that they get and we can give them the outcomes that they want. It's a really important part for us. I feel that people have been playing around with Gen AI for a little while now. People have heard about it. They know what it is. And it's really time to jump into it and make it a useful tool because it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger as we slowly go through the next couple of years.
I completely agree. I think we should be looking towards upskilling our entire workforce, getting some AI fluency going within all areas of the business. And that might take some governance to do that. So, because it's not just about a whole bunch of product owners just kind of, overseeing the development of new tools or whatever. It should be a paradigm shift, an operational paradigm shift, which enables all of us for an AI-enabled future. Right? So it needs to be on an operational level. We need to go from the top down and lift and upskill all our people.
And not only our people, but the people that we work with and transfer that knowledge across all of our client base, right?
Correct.
Important to help uplift them because that's where we're going to see the real value as a wider economy, not just within our own environment.
We've talked a lot about, project management, but AI is still in its infancy. Do you want to talk a little bit about where it started? Yeah,
sure. So I don't know the exact origins. It's been something that just sort of bubbled up through 2023 and we've seen a lot through our Microsoft partners and those within the organisation. But what we did see through last year was a lot of people that had a few tools pop up and ChatGPT popped up and people were playing with it. And so a lot of 2023 was about people just playing with it and trying to understand it, what it can do, what it can't do. Whereas I think what we're going to see as we move forward into 2024 and beyond is the playtime's over and it's time to actually recognise this tool for what it actually is. It's a real game changer for what's coming.
Yeah.
And we are still in the infancy of generative AI and all the different tools and that are out and about. We've got the opportunity with new data sets, different tools, more information, more market research, more customer analysis. This is just going to continue to grow and start to become a very, very powerful research tool that can respond like quantum computing in terms of really massive amounts of data can be analysed, assessed, and then presented back in a matter of minutes as opposed to weeks and weeks as we've seen before. So we've got a really big opportunity and it's time to really embrace that.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because everything we know now and everything we understand now needs to evolve with generative AI. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the new big thing and it's not going away despite a lot of people being a little bit sceptical. It's going to be there and it's going to be here for a long time. And I'm excited to see what it does for us in the professional services side of things.
Yeah.
Great opportunities to really dive in to support our delivery management practices, the delivery of our projects with our clients and beyond those. Managing product management is phenomenal we can actually truly ask generative AI, are we doing the right thing for the right reasons? Because it can spit back a result and say, yes, there is a gap in the market. Yes, this is what the customers are looking for. These are the failures that we've seen before, and here's some opportunity that could create in there. So really a great opportunity. What an amazing discussion. I've got so much opportunity with AI. So Kathy, thank you for your time. And I really look forward to seeing how we go in the future.
Thanks for having me, Craig.